Hello, my name's Jalise. Welcome everyone to my Assassin's Creed Forsaken review, everybody. Now, again, I've read this book once before. I think this is my favorite Assassin's Creed book that I ever read, and to this day, it still is my favorite Assassin's Creed book. I say this is the must-read book along with Assassin's Creed Origins Desert Oath, the book. This book is fantastic. What happens? This is Haytham Kenway's backstory. Haytham Kenway, who is my favorite Templar, who was one of my favorite Assassin's Creed characters of all time. I think he's tied with Ezio for number one. Haytham's a great character. We get his backstory. We get to him growing up as a young child, being taught by his father, Edward Kenway the Pirate. We get Edward Kenway's death, how Haytham is manipulated and raised by a Templar named Reginald Birch, who's a great Grand Master, and the reason why he killed Haytham for all that stuff. We get ultimate reasons for why this shit happens, all this stuff, the murder mystery. Uh, we also get a good character arc for Jenny, or not good character arc, but good development for a character named Jenny Scott, who is Edward Kenway's daughter, and had the Haytham Kenway's sister. We get her being kidnapped at the beginning, to her being eventually her being eventually rescued, and all this stuff by Haytham. We get her backstory about not backstory, but her feelings of how basically a woman in her society, she hates Haytham, that the fact that he's a male, and that Jenny was pissed off to her father because she was a woman. She treated her like a lady in ways. She wanted to be part of the fight, but she's sick of both assassins and Templars, and I think she is a great character. She's just tired of it all, and I love what they did with Jenny Scott's character. There's another character named Holden, who is a great friend to Haytham. He does a tremendous sacrifice, and his character arc and his story is just so sad. I felt tremendous pity for this character. It was just a great read, this entire book. The fact that we get Haytham Kenway more into his backstory, more of how he had doubts about the Templar Order, but he also firmly believes in it. He does believe in the Templar Order, but he has his doubts. He has doubts about many things, but like in the Assassin's Creed Unity book, which you must read also, that book really illustrated Haytham's letters about how he had doubts about the Templar Order and the Assassin Order, how he could unify them and all that stuff. So I just loved Haytham Kenway's character, and I loved how his interactions. We get a bits and pieces from the video game to the book, like when Edward Kenway meets Connor's mother and all that stuff. When Connor kills him, eventually we get all that stuff. I would prefer this over Desert Oath, but this was such a fantastic book. I enjoyed every single minute of learning more about Haytham Kenway's backstory, about how he grew up, his mannerisms, how he's an assassin with Templar beliefs and all this stuff. His belief system is different, and even though everyone says that he is a great Templar and he was a great Grandmaster, Charles Lee admires him, respects him, doesn't agree fully half the time. And again, the main thing I loved about Haytham, that he challenged not only Connor but the gamers itself. The idea is the Templars are all bad? Are the Templars like Rodrigo Borgia, the evil conniving, we scheme to get power? But Haytham fully believes in that stuff. Haytham fully believes not in power, but basically in control and structure, and he believes in the truth. And Connor, his assassin, they don't believe. They just believe in freedom, and Haytham sees freedom as a line of chaos. And it's such a great character development between Haytham as a character in this book, and I loved his character in the video game. I just love his character even more in the book. So I reread this one just for the 10th review, and I'm not getting a lot of views with this stuff. I am a passionate Assassin's Creed fan. I know a lot of Assassin's Creed fans that don't read the books, but I'm doing it, and sorry for spoiling this book for you, but this is a must-read book. And there's not more I can say about this book. This book was simply fantastic. I got a lot of what I needed with Haytham's character. We got more of Jenny Scott, a little bit of Edward Kenway, of how his final years was. Reginald Birch was a great Grandmaster, in my opinion, one of the better villains. Not like a better villain, like in a sense where he was an ultimate killer or all that stuff, but he was more like a background manipulator and all this stuff. And I think he did a great job. I mean, he was so well connected. People knew him from the Assassin's Creed Unity to Assassin's Creed Liberation. I mean, what I always loved about this timeline, that for Assassin's Creed, a lot of it's really connected. Black Flag's directly connected to Assassin's Creed 3. Rogue is in between Assassin's Creed 3 and Black Flag, and then you have Liberation, which connects to it, and you have Unity, which connects to it. There's like 5 games that all connect well to each other, and I just love it. I love the Assassin's Creed world, I love its lore, and my final video will be ranking all the top 10 Assassin's Creed books. There's 10 Assassin's Creed books, and we're ranking worst to best, so wait up for that review, everybody. Like, comment, please leave a response to me, everybody. My name's Elise, and everybody. Bye bye.